Thank you. I think we have an absolutely lovely program for you tonight. This is interesting. See if this doesn't strike you as being something odd. In all the prophecies that Nostradamus ever made, he never once used the term AccuWeather forecast. I think it's going to be an awfully nice program tonight.
Interesting.
I was reading the Times this morning, as I often do. You don't pronounce the T in that word, do you? It's often. Often. You just take that T right out. Ooh, what a lovely program. And it turns out here in New York City, for every 3 blocks that a pedestrian might walk, be a resident or a tourist, either one, for every 3 blocks that a person might walk, they estimate now that he or she will see at least 10 things that can ruin his appetite. I don't know if you saw this earlier today, Paul. What time did you get to work?
I just got in, actually. Just barely made it in.
Gosh, that's hard to believe. You just got in.
I just made it in now.
Uh-huh.
No, I was here, as you know, for the rehearsal in its entirety.
That's right.
I was 15 minutes late for the rehearsal.
A little bit late, but that's all right.
But,
we can excuse a 15-minute
thank you.
dalliance on your part.
Thank you.
So anyway, we're coming to work this morning, or I got here, of course, like at 8. And the darndest thing happened. A taxi cab, and this doesn't happen often in this city, a taxi cab leapt up over the curb and ran into like 10 pedestrians, a group of 10 pedestrians, hit 8 of them. And just as they're starting to get things cleared away, another cab does the same thing and picks off the remaining 2 to complete the spare. It's going to be quite a lovely show. This is good news. According to reports in today's New York Times, General Electric executive Robert C. Wright, they purchased RCA, you know, for how much, Barry, was it? $400 billion. They bought this network and RCA. $400 billion. And Robert C. Wright will replace Grant Tinker as head of NBC in the fall. As I may have mentioned on this show a few times before, of course, he has always been my choice for the job. The new head of NBC, Robert C. Wright, now listen to this. He has a background in plastics, true, and small appliances, true. Perfect. Look at this show. Kevin, just turn the card around. I want just turn it around there and show them. There you go. David Steinberg, a very funny gentleman, and Cyndi Lauper will be joining us in tonight's program. What do you want? It's a fine show. Good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer, boys.
Thank you very much. Boy, it's huh?
I like that. What was that?
Lover when I'm near you.
That's cute.
Having all the bebop kind
Let's
of
hear a little bit more of that later.
Too.
No, later. Yeah, perfect, perfect. How you doing? You all set?
I'm doing great. Boy, it's a great day in the building. Exciting day in the building.
Why is that, Paul?
Well, they're having the Saturday Night Live auditions down the hall, right down the hall out there.
That's right.
Finding the new talent for this year's Saturday Night Live.
Oh, no, folks in the audience are starting to leave. They're going to go down and audition. No, wait a minute. Did you drop in and say hello to the kids?
I dropped in and said hi, kind of put them at ease, because I was there, you know, for the first auditions 10 years ago. I was around at that time.
You're kind of a showbiz pioneer, aren't you, Paul?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Did they appreciate what you had to say?
I think they did. You know, I said, you know, they're trying to find the next Lovitz, and I'm very excited. It's kind of a nostalgic day for me. You wouldn't want to go down there with a camera.
I have my own oh, no, go down with the camera? No, we don't want to bother them, make them nervous. We have a fine show. We have here, ladies and gentlemen, something even better. An actual written piece of comedy from the Home Office.
Yeah.
That's my reaction as well. From the Home Office in Milwaukee, a top 10 list. Tonight's category, top things I, being the host of the program, must remember to do during the course of the show. Top 10 things I must remember to do during the show. I repeat this now to give you a chance to jot these down at home. Number 10, make love to camera with eyes. Number 9, check hairpiece in monitor. Number 8, tell audience they're good looking even if they're a bunch of incredible geeks. Number 7, learn new drummer's name. It's Anton Zip.
Anton Fig.
Zip.
Anton Fig.
Fig. Surprise guests during interview with Sucker Punch. Number 5, spit only off camera. Number 4, congratulate stage manager Biff Henderson on success of black athletes.
When are you going to get around to that one?
Number 3, try to disguise the fact that I'm in constant, unbearable pain. Number 2, assist authorities in locating fugitives in audience. And number 1, bear in mind television's tremendous potential to educate and uplift. Yeah, right. Okay. Here we go. It's Thursday night. We answer our viewer mail. Let's get right to it, shall we? Letter number 1 begins, Dear Dave, ABC canceled The Fall Guy. What are we going to do? Your friend, George Allen, Dallas, Texas. You know, I guess we should probably start writing letters of thanks. Yes, sir. Oh, my God. Letter number 2, Dear Dave, what's the best snack to munch on while watching late night? Your pals, the Hurricane Fan Club, Payne Courtville, Louisiana. Hurricanes, you know, I really don't know. It's easy enough to find out about this, though. Jeff, what seems to be the most popular snack up there?
They seem to like nachos, Dave.
Nachos.
You know, anything with lots of melted cheese.
Anything with lots of melted cheese, Paul.
Send some of those nachos down here.
Nachos.
I'll have a couple. Who's got
Letter
money?
number 3. Dave, about 4 years ago, you read a letter of mine on the air. Is that a good thing to list in a resume? Sincerely, Kevin Joy, Newburgh, New York. Interesting question, Kevin. In fact, it's so interesting that we got a hold of your resume to see what kinds of things you did include. Here it is. We had it blown up for television purposes. There you go. Here's the resume. Kevin Joy, professional experience. That's what we're looking at. August 82, had read her letter in viewer mail. October 82, called Larry King show to complain about salaries of professional athletes. January 84, was seen waving to security camera, Midland Savings and Loan Company. That's interesting. January of 85, he hollered while Hale Irwin was putting at the Doral Open. May of 85, he described can of tainted fish chowder to David Horowitz. I think I remember that. And July, this summer, 86, tumbled into right field while going after foul ball at Mets-Padres game on Monday Night Football. Actually, I think that should be Monday Night Baseball. It is Monday Night Baseball. Over here, it's Monday Night Football. Letter number 4. Here we go. Hello, my name is Jody Rule. I am the administrative assistant at Greenville Public Library. Is that library or library, Paul?
Well, it depends on what part of the country you're from.
I'm writing to different types of professional people, asking them one question. What is your favorite book, author, or storybook character? Jody Rule, Greenville Public Library, Greenville, Ohio. Jody, that's a good question, and thanks for the letter. I think the following public service announcement should answer this very interesting question. Hi, I'm Dave Letterman. You know, it's so important for children not only to read, but to read the right things. And of course, I'm talking about show business biographies. And you know, many of the best are featured on my David Letterman Books on Tape series, including Elvis and Me by Priscilla Presley, Shelley, also known as Shirley, by Shelley Winters, and my personal favorite, Yes, I Can, by Sammy Davis Jr. I stepped up to the roulette table and put $500 on the red. The chicks dug the big-time move. The crowd was buzzing. Sammy Davis, Sammy Davis, Sammy Davis.
Wow.
Isn't it important that your child be raised to know and love celebrities? The ball clicked into the red 6. I split my winnings, slid one pile to each of the chicks and said, "Ladies, thank you for bringing me luck."
Cool.
Please, order now.
Letter number 5, right here. Let's get to letter number 5. Dear Dave, the letter begins, what is soft? Real soft. It comes to us from Glenn Leonard, University of Derby, Pennsylvania. Let's see, what is soft, really soft? A baby's skin, cotton balls, a nice new piece of felt. Paul, can you think anything else? What would be soft?
No, I can't really think of anything else right now.
Except for one thing, your job, Pinhead.
My job? What about your head? That's what's a little soft.
Oh, yeah, Buster. Well, what about... Hey, Dave, do you realize we're communicating telepathically?
Gee, yeah, you know, this could be an astounding boon to scientific research. It could open up a whole new era for mankind.
But, Dave, we might have to give up these really cushy jobs.
Paul, we're talking about a bold new future for mankind weighed against a couple of well-paid television... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, to hell with it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another installment of Viewer Mail. Okay, we'll be right back with Dave. We got a terrific program for you tonight. We'll bring David out here in a second. Just a brief reminder now, Saturday, midnight Saturday is the last night you can be driving around in your car with those stupid yellow signs, all right? That's it. After that, that's out. It was funny when a couple of you had them, but now that 9 out of 10 drivers have them, it stinks, okay? Especially ex-wife in trunk. We don't want to see that anymore, all right? Saturday, midnight. Have plenty of fun all day Saturday. Sunday, they're history, all right? Thank you. My first guest tonight is a very funny gentleman who has been making a living these days as both a comedian and also a director. Please welcome back to this program, David Steinberg. David. Hi, David. Good to see you. How you doing?
Pretty good.
You just come in from Los Angeles for this show, or are you doing other things?
Well, actually, this time I am doing other things.
Good. Anything you can talk about or want to talk about?
I have some meetings tomorrow, nothing really too interesting.
What
I'm
kind
going
of
to
stuff?
I'm going to do the Today Show, actually, tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be nice.
Show a little bit of the commercials I've been doing, because a lot of
You've been directing commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Like which ones?
Dom DeLuise and the NCR computer commercials,
Mm-hmm.
the Pizza Hut commercials.
Oh, yeah, where the people are talking about why they enjoy...
Yeah, with Rosanna Barr. You know, when you say them, they sound real schlocky, you know, Pizza Hut and all that, but they're not bad. They're great fun.
Yeah, it turned
I
out
like
to be
them.
quite nice.
Yeah, I like them.
What's troubling you in you know, off the top of your head, events of the day, current events, sociological phenomenon? What
sociological phenomenon is troubling me?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head? Well, I'll tell you.
I do what I can.
No, you do
You know,
good.
I'm just trying to get through the best I can.
No, you're doing so.
Okay.
No, I like it. I like that you place it into sociological phenomena. It's very exciting for me. I like it.
Okay.
But I'll tell you who's driving me crazy, and that is this Rehnquist.
Yeah, Judge.
Yeah, the Rehnquist appointment.
Now, is he being close to being confirmed now, or we don't know?
Oh, they're going to confirm this guy.
Right,
You know, it makes me feel real good to know that a guy with a who lives in a neighborhood where no Jews are allowed, who harassed black voters in the 60s, is going to be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. I mean, is this the best guy for the job? No. Is Judge Wapner unavailable? I mean, really, it's amazing to me. Did you watch any of the hearings?
I don't think I did.
Because it was great. Have you ever seen Rehnquist?
Yeah.
His hair sort of sticks out. He looks a little bit like the nutty professor after the potion, you know? and this is the guy, you know, against blacks, Jews, drugs, Placidil he's been taking. They're going to confirm him, and he's going to be deciding what's right and what's wrong.
That's right.
So, well, the good part of it is wrong he knows.
Been there.
Yeah, so he'll be good on wrong. You know, my theory is get two guys for the job. Rehnquist will be good on wrong, and then you have another guy who knows what's moral and what's right. You know, the Jewish thing always interests me, as you know. What it is it's not allowing, the clause that he signed is called a restricted covenant clause. And restricted covenant is so biblical almost and lofty, you know. But what it means is that, you know, no guys with big noses are going to be knocking on your door in the morning saying, hey, Rehnquist, give me a cup of schmaltz, you know.
What did he say about that? He said what? He said he didn't...
He said that he didn't read the contract, and basically he said, don't bother me with these legal terms. So, and they can't wait to confirm him. It's just, you know, not reading the contract. I identify with that because my agent from William Morris does that a lot to me. You know, he doesn't read the fine print, and I could find myself opening for Kurt Waldheim at Caesars, you know. And he'll say, I didn't check that little stuff there. I'm sure you wouldn't mind and all that.
But you would think that the highest judicial officer in the free world...
Yeah, give it a little thought. I mean, you know, Soupy Sales I would prefer to this guy.
What about the president now?
President...
Now, he's close to being... He's halfway through the second term here, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he now has done something that I love. And that is he has gone... He's a newcomer to the drug rehabilitation program. So what he's doing now is he's gone drug test crazy. Yeah. He's going to give these urine tests to everybody. And in fact, he and Bush took a urine test.
That's right. The White House staff.
The White House staff, yeah. I mean, let's be hypothetical about this and take a Kierkegaardian leap.
Kierkegaardian leap.
Yeah, that's like a sociological
you were on me earlier.
You have inspired me. Let us say that they find out that George Bush is smoking crack. Do you think anyone's going to do anything about it? I mean, the urine test, though, is sort of symbolic. You know, there is, you know, in each presidency, David, there's a visual image that you have of the president. You have Lincoln in the Gettysburg Address, and you have Kennedy in the Berlin Wall with thousands hollering, Ich bin ein Berliner. But Reagan, to me, will always be this guy in the White House toilet with a jar taking this urine test. I mean, I think this to me is the perfect symbol for his administration.
Look nice on a coin, maybe.
Yeah,
a commemorative medal. So, something for the Franklin Mint. Cyndi Lauper is here. Did you see Cyndi Lauper earlier?
Oh, yeah, I heard the song she was practicing. It's so beautiful. I'm such a big fan.
She'll be out a little bit later. Now, you're a director.
It's correct.
Television programs, commercials, also motion pictures. You going to see a lot of films this summer? Anything you like?
Well, I don't really relate to what's out there, you know. Karate Kid 2, I don't identify with. Yeah. And Ferris Bueller, you know, this little...
These movies are for roughly what age?
Well, they're for 14 to 20, they say. But, you know, I just have no identification with that whatsoever. You see, the reason that most of the movies are so bad, not necessarily those that I mentioned because I haven't seen them.
Well, that's what it sounds like. So it sounds like you're saying.
That they're bad?
Yeah.
Well, they're just not for me. I'm not saying that they're...
But you're not saying they're bad.
Well, you have to see it to say that it's bad.
Just the juxtaposition there kind of left me with the impression that you thought they were bad.
Because wait, if I said Ferris Bueller, you know, well, Ferris Bueller is a white Gentile kid who abuses everybody and disrespects his parents. I have no identification with that, you know. So going in, it's not a subject I'm going to like, you know what I mean?
You're not dying to get down there and wait in line to get that ticket.
No, I'm not. But you see, in Hollywood, it's the executives, these 50-year-old guys, who are trying to decide what 14-year-old kids want to see, which is why it doesn't work. You see, in Los Angeles, the executive is the star. In restaurants, the executive is and they condescend their taste. The executives, movie executives, are guys with Picassos and Chagall's on their wall who would kill to have lunch with Chuck Norris. So there's a discrepancy there somewhere, you see. And when that happens...
Have lunch with Chuck Norris.
Yeah, I think so. That's how you get a movie like Howard the Duck. I mean, Howard the Duck is so embarrassing. It is the... That's the Heaven's Gate of barnyard animals. You know, Porky Pig is walking around like this because of Howard the Duck.
Giving cartoon characters a bad name.
A bad name. You know, they're very embarrassed by this movie. It's good for the family in that the whole family thinks it stinks. So it can bring a family.
So they can go as a unit and hate it together.
Hate it, yeah. This they do. And so you have all these guys trying to relate to kids, and I don't try to relate to kids. You know, when I don't do college as much as I used to because I've been busy, but when I did the colleges, I would talk to kids. I get picked up by an 18-year-old.
That's right. At the airport, they
airport,
they always send out, it's like
Usually they're
a privilege, like the best student or somebody
best student,
on the,
yeah. So yeah, I get an 18-year-old at Cornell or Ithaca, wherever I am, and he'll drive me. I'll say, "It's a nice car." And I'll say, "Yeah." And I'll say, "The campus, the architecture, what is it? It's Gothic and it's just it's very unique and interesting." He'll say, "Yeah, sort of." I say, "What's your major?" And he'll say, "Communication." So, if those are the kids that you're relating to, you know, I have nothing to say about any of that.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I had a situation like that one time, same deal. After the show, the kid was driving me back to the hotel or back to the airport or whatever, and as we're driving through the streets of this particular community, he leans over to me and he says, "You ever see a Corvette explode?" I never have. But it's absolutely true. I know what you're talking about. What do you got working on that we ought to know about?
Well,
here?
I'm just about to go shoot some commercials with Rodney Dangerfield, which is always great fun for me.
You worked with him before?
Yeah. Now we're working on the Miller Lite commercials, and now we do these, and I like working with comedians, very frankly.
Well, you're very funny yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Thanks,
Nice to see
David.
you
Thanks
here.
for having me.
Hey, Monday, boys and girls, on this program, Nina Hagen will be here, Marv Albert, and Paula Poundstone. This smells like a repeat. You know, if I were morally safer, I'd tell you that the piece you're about to see contains some hard-hitting investigative journalism. But you know, I'm not morally safer, and thank God, because if I was, I'd have such a hard time finding suits that fit. Anyway, a few weeks ago, the United States Football League suspended their season for this year. Join us now in this final tribute to that once mighty league. I'm standing in front of Giants Stadium in the New Jersey Meadowlands, home of the New Jersey Generals in the USFL. A year ago, this stadium would have been bustling with vendors and security guards and ushers, and if it was some kind of special giveaway day, there probably would have even been a couple of dozen fans here to see the Generals play. But thanks to a court decision a couple of weeks ago, the USFL is now out of business. So tonight, we thought we'd spend a few minutes reminiscing. Teresa, you work here, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So what would it be like if this were a USFL game day? Describe what the action might be like.
Oh, you might see about 78,000 people, cars all over the place.
Here for refunds? Yes, it's moving day here at Giants Stadium. Everything must go. Look at this Houston Gamblers equipment, New Jersey Generals equipment. Of course, they merged, you know. And, well, you look at these bags and you say to yourself, gosh, who carried this? Whose equipment was in here? Eddie Hornbeck, Dan McQuaid, Wes Hopkins. The place is rife with memories. What was your favorite team in the USFL?
Probably the Generals.
How about the Gunslingers?
Never heard of them.
How about the Showboats?
Never heard of them either.
How about the Invaders?
They're all right.
You know, sitting here in this giant football stadium, 60,000 seats, it's kind of an odd feeling. You can hear any sound for miles around, feel the wind blowing in from all directions. Quite peaceful. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of being at any regular season USFL game. Oh, that's a joke. This is the souvenir room at Giant Stadium. Come on in a second, Carlos. Do you have anything left over from the USFL?
Yeah, I got t-shirt, pennants, badges, keychains.
Let's see some of those T-shirts and pennants. But we don't need no badges. You have kind of a novelty item there. This is a New Jersey Generals puppet, right?
Yeah.
How does that work? Let's see that.
It's more like that.
What exactly is he doing there?
It's bossing.
You better put it down, because somebody could get hurt. It's also, I understand, this was last year the Generals' 5th-round draft choice. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
It is true. That's a little joke. Oh, geez, my eye. Carlos! Oh! Yep, the stadium is empty. Gone are the fans. Gone are the players. But you know, as I walk down the deserted football field, I can almost hear the sounds of glory that was the USFL.
Half a yard on the play. Looks like they're going to have to punt. And another general is injured on the play. And there's a flag on the play. Apparently the Generals have too many men on the field.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a second? Can you come here a second? Pardon? Hi. How are you? You have any idea why the USFL went under?
UFL? No, I have no idea.
Yeah. Did you go to any USFL games?
Not at all. Not at all.
Do you remember where you were when you heard that they were probably going to go out of business?
No, not at all.
You never came out to see the Generals play?
Nope, not at all.
Gunslingers, Showboats,
Nope.
Express, Stars, Blitz, Federals? Okay, thank you very much. So, 3 years of football for the USFL, a mighty, powerful, very competitive, highly entertaining organization. What's become of those 3 years of great football action on the gridiron? Well, sadly enough, this is just about all that's left.
The owner of a red Pontiac with license plate LDL-136. Please report to the parking lot. Your lights are on.
It's certainly a pleasure to have our next guest back on this program. She is a terrific singer and an engaging conversationalist, a fashion innovator, and this is her brand new album right here. Look at this. Innovative packaging as well. This album will be available in stores beginning September 18th. It's called True Colors. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to the one, the only, Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi. Song. The album, I heard the album the other day and it's terrific.
Oh, thanks.
You must be really happy with it, huh?
Yeah.
Now, what have you been doing? You were here 2.5 years ago, and what happened? You said you'd like to be a regular on this show, and we said, great, come in anytime. 2.5 years.
Well, I got involved with so many things, you know.
Are you still hanging around with wrestlers? You're not doing that.
No. It was great fun for a while, and then and then I figured I might as well, go back to singing.
Now, this album, now what's the deal on this, first of all? Just explain that.
It's part of the teaser campaign. So you get this, and you wonder where the album is, and it leaves you, like, hungry for more.
Right, yeah. This is just whet your appetite.
Yeah.
Now, there's some folks on this album that, can we mention some of these people, or you want to keep them a surprise?
No, you can mention.
Tell them who's on a couple of these songs.
Well,
I'll do the second one, you do the first one.
All right. Okay. Billy Joel is on.
Which one is he on?
Maybe he'll know.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And on 9/11.
911.
911.
You see, you might not be from New York or
No,
California.
I am from New York or California. Actually, I'm not. I'm from Indiana. But that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but you see, and when you call up 911 in Indiana, you're out of luck because they have no 911. You see, that's the whole. That was and at the end, we had a guest operator come in.
Yeah, it's very funny. Pee Wee Herman. He's very funny. I mean, it's a nice surprise. It was very funny.
It's a little twist in there.
Yeah. So, so now you were involved with these maniac wrestlers for a while. That's gone. And what were you doing for all this time? Did you travel? Did you relax? Did you do nothing? What were you doing?
Oh, well, I was working, but, along my travels, I wanted to tell you this joke for a long time. Can I tell you?
Let's save the joke.
Save the joke. All right.
Let's save the joke, if this is the joke I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's save the joke.
All right, then.
Unless you have to go somewhere. You want to get out of here?
No, I could stay for a while. But I have something for you, because I also went on vacation for a week.
Where'd you go?
The cod. I went to the cod. And I had a great time. I did, and I brought back a few things for you.
Great. Is that like Cape Cod? Is that where?
Yeah. A lot of people call it the cape. I call it the cod.
That's all right.
Yeah,
call
I
it,
think
call
it's-
it whatever it is to you. Sure.
All right, then. See, but I didn't have time to really wrap them, but
That's
I
all right.
figured you would love this
I love
stuff.
gifts.
You see, this one right off the bat, I says, when I seen this, oops, I says to myself, oh, he's gonna love this one. You know.
Now, when you do say things to yourself, do you use that voice?
Yeah, well, you know, I've had this
Okay, what do we have here? This is from the cod.
Yeah, this is a lovely lobster claw
Lobster?
that
Lobster claw?
Yeah, and you see it opens and closes. It's got a little bit of a TMJ problem, but you know, a lot of people, they don't know a lot about it, and they're still researching it, and they're trying to help these guys out there, you know, because the jaw comes off. But
Yeah.
I thought
I
it's
may
very
have this.
attractive. Yeah.
It is an actual lobster claw.
Yeah. Oh, see.
Okay, that's very nice. Thank
And
you,
I
Cindy.
got you to see a hat because I figured this you could wear when you're running.
Yeah, that's a good hat. That is.
It's
That's
attractive.
a good hat. Actually, this is a very nice. This is a nice hat. When I'm out weeding my flower beds, I'll use this.
Well,
Keep the sun off.
When you're doing that, you could see. I forgot
I have to go out and
put it
boss
in
the
this.
workers from time to time, so this will come in handy.
Well, this here goes in this. It's one of these here. I don't know if you play golf. You play golf?
No, not much, but I know people who enjoy golf.
Well, see, I thought you would like this, you know, because it's a sports type of thing, and I know you like sports.
You just went nuts, didn't
Oh,
you?
I love to shop.
So we have this is a candy golf ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little
a little golf tin, yeah. You know, David, some people shop to live, but I live to shop.
Well, it's certainly apparent. All right.
And I got this for Paul.
Oh, Paul, you got a little something? We got saltwater taffy from...
Some saltwater taffy.
Made with real cod, Paul.
Thank you very
Rich,
much.
moist chunks
My
of
favorite.
cod in every piece of...
It's my favorite.
And this here is for the band. It's all, it's, what do you call that? They're candy mushrooms.
Candy mushrooms, all right.
I thought they would like it.
They are into candy mushrooms, yeah.
Let me
Now-
just take this. It's good where they wrap this pretty
Cindy,
good.
do you want to... We have set aside a little time for this joke if you want to do that now.
Okay. All right, here, these are them.
Okay.
They,
Oh, yeah,
can they
these...
have
Yeah,
this?
these sure, they can... Yes, I think maybe one after dinner will be fine. All right, there you go, boys.
Okay.
Don't ruin your appetite now. By the way, I just wanted to mention that your last album sold like 15 million copies. Is that the deal?
Around the world.
Around the world. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I was impressed. But some like that.
Okay, now... And this one will do, I'm sure, just as well.
Oh, I hope so,
Yeah. Now, let's hear the joke.
Oh,
you really...
You're going to love this.
Okay.
Because I waited a whole year to tell you this. When I heard it, I said you'd like it. Okay, this guy, right? This guy, Skeezix McPherson, right? He goes into this bar, right? You know, he's after work. He's buying all his buddies a drink. He comes in, and, you know, he puts the money down. He says, drinks for everybody, right? So the bartender says, hey, Skeez, how you doing, you know? But, you know, don't get too rowdy here because you can't bust up the joint. So he says, okay, so he, you know, drinks for everybody. Then he comes back, he says, you know, another round. He says, oh, okay, but take it easy, you know. And this goes on, and Skeezix is starting to bounce off the wall. So the guy says, yo, Skeezix, I told you don't bounce off the wall. I'm going to have to 86 you out of here. So he goes... He gives him a rough time. He says, that's it. I want you to get out of here and never come back again. That's it. I've had it with you. So, you know, next night, this guy comes in, Skeezix McPherson. So Skeezix McPherson...
Different guy.
Yeah, Skeezix McPherson, not Skeezix McPherson.
Okay.
So Skeezix is in there, right? And, you know, the bartender says, yo, Skeezix, I told you last night, don't come in here. So Skeezix says, I don't know who Skeezix is. I'm Skeezix McPherson. He says, no, you're not. You're Skeezix McPherson. He says, no, I'm Skeezix McPherson. So the bartender says, he says, I don't care who you are. I said, get out. I'm telling you, then they get you.
Yeah.
And you know, you see, but it's a lot funnier in Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, wait a second, I'll show you.
A lot funnier in Spanish.
Yeah, it is.
Cindy, is any of that eye makeup toxic?
No, here, Norman, tell them. It's my friend Norman.
Hi, Norman.
Norman.
Nice to see you.
Yes, fine.
Norman.
How we doing?
Norman, you have to get right to this.
Sí, hay un tipo que se llamaba Skizek McPherson. Y él fue a un bar y entonces, lo echaron y después el otro día llegó Skizek McPherson. Y entonces le dijo, váyase Skizek McPherson, que usted no es Skizek McPherson. Y dijo, sí, soy Skizek McPherson. Y dijo, no, usted es Skizek McPherson. Entonces le dijo, vea, que entonces le dijo, a mí no me importa si usted es Skizek McPherson o Skizek McPherson, se larga de aquí.
We'll be right back.
David Letterman. Tonight, actress Melody Mayron, comedian Bob Sarlott, and a gyroscope demonstration with Julie Larsen. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the world's most dangerous man. And now, a man whose blood pressure is a perfect 650 over 280, David Letterman.
Welcome to the show. Thank you. How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. You're saying to yourself at home and here in the studio audience, geez, Dave looks like he's in a great mood tonight. Well, thank you very much for that thought. But it's nothing could be farther from the truth. I had last night, I don't know what it is. There must have been something in the air last night. I had a horrible experience. I get home a little late. I'm tired. All I want is a hot meal, maybe some television, right to bed. And for no reason at all, a huge fight breaks out between me and my houseboy. And the next thing I know, he sets fire to the couch. Now, why? He sets fire to the couch. How?
Now, why?
There he is there. It's my houseboy Clifford. He's following me around. Who the hell is that guy? Load him up again, Hal. Let's see what that guy's doing. Where is he? Hi, how do you do? Yeah. I think that's Oprah. Tonight's topic is the happiest man in the world. He's a guest on Oprah. How do you do? How long have you been so damn happy? I bet you get plenty of work around Halloween, don't you? Thank you very much. But you know, I'll tell you something else that's really got me upset, and you're going to say to yourself, I don't know, Dave, you may have gone too far afield here on this one. I finally got around to reading Jackie Collins' novel, Hollywood Husbands. And maybe it's my imagination, but I could swear the main character in the book is me. Ha! Well, this was exciting. Did you see this? Is a poor Republican ticket. How old is the Republican ticket, Paul? Less than a week?
Less than a week.
Less than 1 week, and they've had nothing but troubles. Today, George Bush now admitted that he had actually propositioned his wife in 1983. She apparently turned him down, and he said, now let's just forget about it and get on with the campaign. That's a lengthy one, isn't it? According to an article today in... Now, Hal, if you do that, people at home are going to read ahead, get the joke, and go to bed early. Or earlier... Oh, thanks, Hal.
It's out of focus.
According to an article quoted today in USA Today this morning, if all of the albums... I guess this is the month that Elvis Presley died. How long ago was that, Paul? 13 years?
When he died?
13 years ago?
13 years.
13 years?
It was in 77, I think.
77, so that would not be 13 years. 13 years, that's right. 13 years right on the money. 13 Canadian years, perhaps. Anyway, interesting statistic about all of the records that Elvis Presley sold, and they claimed that if all of the albums were laid flat next to each other, and this is true now, think about this, it's an amazing figure, they would cover about 5.2% of the land mass of the United States. And coincidentally enough, in his later years, Elvis himself covered about 2.1% of... Boy, what a show. We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have a woman here with a machine. She'll be out in a couple of minutes. Her name is Julie Larsen. It's a gyro machine. It's a gyro machine, and it allows her to travel through time and space. And also helps you take off pounds and inches sensibly. Got here with her machine in a couple of minutes, and I have no real interest in getting into the machine, but she'll be out here. I've frightened the audience. Also on the program from the runaway hit blockbuster television show over on ABC, 30-something Melanie Mayron is with us tonight. And also from the Golden Gate City, Bob Sarlott will be with us, a very funny young man. Now, kids, say hello to our good friend Paul Schaefer. He's right over there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening to you all.
Paul, I normally never criticize you in your professional life, your private life, anything about you, because I have such admiration and respect for the work you do here in our show every night, and the exemplary civilian life you lead outside of the building.
Thank you, sir.
And this is by no means a legitimate criticism, or to be misunderstood as a criticism, but last night on the show, your parents were in the audience.
Correct.
That's right. They're here again tonight.
Yes. Yes, sir, they are.
There they are right there. Paul's parents are...
Thank you. On behalf of my parents, thank you. Yeah,
they're visiting from Thunder Bay.
They're here for a few days.
Well, get them a room.
Well, they so seldom get to New York, you know.
Right.
They're in the middle of a two-Broadway show day anyway.
Oh, what did they see this afternoon? This will be interesting.
Jackie Mason this afternoon.
What did you think of the Jackie Mason show?
What was that?
Marvelous.
You enjoyed it?
Marvelous.
Okay, and what are we seeing tonight?
I seem to like that. And tonight, M. Butterfly. Monsieur Butterfly, I guess.
And how much longer will you be in New York?
Till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
So you see, they'll be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why can't you give them a break and let them sit in the audience?
I don't mind. I think it's great that they're here. Don't they own a set?
If this is leading up to kicking my family out of the audience.
No, we're not.
I am going to.
No, I like your parents.
I know you do. You're always very, very nice to them.
I thought it was odd that they were here last night.
Well, they love to watch you work.
My mother has never seen this show.
Well, there's a reason for that.
My mother thinks I'm Floyd Kalber from the NBC bureau in Chicago. She has.
Parents are very proud of what I do, and they're so happy that I work with you.
Now, last night you said an awful word in front of your parents.
I went for a little shock value.
Yeah, right in front of Mom and Dad.
My father is here today acting as my legal advisor, actually.
I see.
And,
well, that's good. Well, I hope nothing untoward happens here tonight. But nice to see you, and I hope you have a nice time at the wherever they're going tonight. Dinner? You taking them out to dinner?
They'll be out here. We had a lovely dinner last night.
Where'd you go?
We hit a very snazzy restaurant in town.
The name of which was Tad's?
I don't like to, you know, say where, you know.
Blimpies?
We were at a very fancy French restaurant last night called Le Cirque. Absolutely.
Oh, my God. The three of you? Were there three people?
And Kathy, my girlfriend Kathy, came
So there were
along.
4 people there?
4 of us were
Now,
there.
what was the bill? Let me guess the bill. Now, were you people drinking?
There were some drinks. No, yeah.
4 people at Le Cirque?
Yeah.
Do you have something to start?
Some people had appetizers.
Salad? Appetizer?
We didn't go nuts.
Entrees?
You know.
Desserts?
It's a large tab.
Aperitifs?
We had a few things. The house was very nice.
$240.
Oh, not even close.
Up or down?
It was much higher than
Ooh!
But I don't want to tell my family because I did pick up the tab, and, you know, I don't want them to really...
How much was the bill if
They
Paul
don't
picked
know.
up the tab? You don't know?
They don't know.
Oh, well, then you could be lying. It could have been like $17.50.
I may have the American Express thing.
Oh, okay. We're really late now, aren't we? Well, nice to have you here. It's Paul's mom and dad. They were here on one of our very first shows.
That's
years
right.
ago. Yeah.
And
This is something we do periodically, especially when we have writers, and we're lucky enough to have them. We turn on the house lights and we have people in our studio audience. If they have something, a question or something that we can accomplish for them, it's called Who Asked For It, and we try and please members of our studio audience tonight, and this is nothing like viewer mail. All right. What is your name, ma'am?
Hi, Beth Ann Riley.
Hi, Beth. Nice to see you. And where are you from, Beth?
Hartsdale, New York.
Hartsdale. What part of the state is Hartsdale?
It's in Westchester County.
Westchester County. What do? You work up there or you live up there?
I work and live up there.
I see. And what do you do for a living up there, Beth?
I'm a bank teller.
Bank teller? Which bank?
Chase Manhattan.
How long have you been up there?
About 2.5 years now.
Have you ever been held up?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Where do they have the alarm up there for the tellers, Beth?
Well, the drawer is right. Well, I don't think I should tell you.
Well, that's probably a good idea. And you enjoy that kind of work?
I do.
Yeah, nice to have you here. It's lucky you could get off today to be with us.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So, Beth, what can we do for you?
Well, I've heard a lot about this great new Western, Young Guns.
Oh, yeah, Young Guns. It just opened with the Brat Pack as cowboys, you know, Paul. Emilio Estevez and Kiefer Sutherland and all of those?
All those names.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, it sounds like it's the hottest movie of the summer. I was wondering if you could show us some of that.
Geez, that would be fun. Hal, by any chance, do you have a clip of Young Guns in there we can take a look at?
Sure, here it comes.
Okay, watch closely, Beth. Beth is a bank teller. Wow, that does it. Uh-oh.
I hear the stage was held up today, Sheriff. They didn't get anything, but they killed Pete and the Wells Fargo messenger.
Yeah, well, there you go. Thanks, Beth. I hope you enjoyed that. Bank teller. Yes, how do you do, ma'am? What is your name, please?
Penny Lewis.
Penny Lewis. Where are you from, Penny?
Washington, Connecticut.
Washington, Connecticut. Where is that?
That's in the northwest region of
Northwest region up there?
Yeah.
You live up there? You go to school up there? You work?
I live up there. I go to school elsewhere.
I see. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Where do you go to school?
Brown University.
Well, what are you studying in Brown?
I'm majoring in comparative literature.
Majoring in comparative literature. And when you get out of college, you'll be able to do what with that?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Literature,
all right, Penny, what can I do? What can I do for you tonight here?
Well, I'm just a little concerned. Do you have a problem with mice here in the studio?
We have a problem with mice? No, we don't have a problem with mice in the studio.
Great. Okay, fellas, no problem. Come on in. Great.
Thank God the strike is over, huh? Yes, sir. Hi, how are you? What's your name? What can we do for you here on Who Asked For It?
Hi, my name is Scott Novacek.
Nice to see you here, Scott. Where are you from?
Minneapolis.
How do you spell your last name?
Novacek.
And what nationality is that?
It's Bohemian or something.
Yeah. Sounds like it might be. And what do you do for a living, Scott?
I go to the University of Minnesota.
Ah, good money in that. What can I do for you here tonight, Scott?
I was kind of wondering what would happen if you pointed one of your cameras at one of these really bright studio lights.
Wow. Well, that's interesting. You know, I don't think we've ever really... I know that it potentially can do some damage to the equipment. On the other hand, it's not my camera, so what do I care? Hal, can we do that? Can we spin it around and just point it at one of these really bright lights here?
Sure.
Okay, we'll just see what happens. Good question, Scott. All right, there it is. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, my... oh, my God. My gosh, will you take a look at that? My gosh, it's Elvis. What, hi, Elvis.
Hi, Dave.
What miracle has... Elvis, what miracle brings you here tonight?
It's no miracle, Dave. I'm alive.
Uh-huh.
You've heard the tape on Larry King.
You've read about me showing up in the Midwest. I'm alive.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but you seem like you may need a nap, Elvis.
Maybe a little later.
You sound as good as you ever did. Why did you choose this particular time to resurface?
I wanted to promote my upcoming cable TV special on Cinemax, Elvis and Friends.
All right.
It stars me, Roy Clark, and the magic world of the Sid and Marty Krofft puppets.
Oh.
It's going to be on in late September.
Well, that sounds very good. We'll be looking forward to that, Elvis. Do you have any parting words for us before you leave?
Yes, I do. Be good to your mama, for she loves you so.
Right.
And don't forget, tonight on Cinemax, 8 o'clock, Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze star in Dirty Dancing. Watch it. You'll have the time of your life. Good night, everybody.
Well, good night, Elvis. Thanks for dropping by. We're really late here, aren't we? We got to keep moving. Yes, who's next?
Hi.
Oh, hi. How do you do, ma'am? Nice to see you.
I'd like to know what the show is doing.
What is your name, please?
My name is Emily Megan.
And where are you from?
I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut.
All right, Emily, what can I do for you?
I'd like to know what the show is doing about this horrible greenhouse effect that's heating up the planet.
Well, you know, actually, it's a very good question, Emily, but we're just a simple talk show, and I don't think we really can do anything much about the deterioration of the ozone layer. Any thoughts on that, Paul? Paul?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I was busy needlessly burning these fossil fuels. I wasn't.
Thanks, Emily. Do we have time for one more here? Okay, yes, ma'am. What is your name?
Hi, Ellen Wilkins.
Hi, Ellen. Nice to see you. Where are you from?
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, lovely part of the country. Nice to have you here. What can we do for you tonight?
I noticed you had these applause signs that tell the audience when to applaud.
Right.
I was wondering what would happen if you turned them on and the audience didn't applaud.
Well, gee, that's another good question. You know, we've been doing this show for quite a while, and that's never happened. The audience usually plays right along, but we have kind of an auxiliary sign if that doesn't seem to work. Hal, I'll tell you what, show the folks the signs that she's talking about. There's the applause sign, and then if people don't respond to that, now show them the next sign, Hal, that we use. There's the applause sign. There it is. That seems to get the job done. I know. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. We're going to go. We'll be right back with Julie Larsen and her machine. What is the principle at work here?
Well, it's based on a triaxle system.
Oh, a triaxle system.
And basically the rings rotate independently around their own axis.
It's like a large gimbal, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Thank you very much. And what does one do for oneself health-wise that is beneficial?
Well, you can work through total body conditioning. You're working a lot with your abdominal area, your torso area. You're working
I have people who come to the house and do that for me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You're so lucky. That's right.
Now, this would be what, for, I guess, the bedroom? Or the living room?
It could be anywhere you'd like to put it.
But, I mean, the idea is you want to sell these and put them in your home.
Oh, no, not at all. You can put them in your backyard, your garage, on the beach, anywhere you'd like to put them.
Put this on the beach?
Sure.
So you load it into the Dodge, take it, get you a crew of about 8 Teamsters, and you take it down to the beach. It must weigh a half a ton.
It weighs about 550 pounds.
Right. Ideal for the beach.
Perfect for the beach. Doesn't blow up.
Okay, so well, why don't you show us what we need to do here?
Okay.
And keep in mind that I don't really want to get on the machine.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that.
All right? Okay.
All right. Basically, what we're going to do is put you through some preliminary exercises to prepare you for the experience.
Okay.
The final experience on the gyro.
All right,
So
great.
why don't we step on the mini tramp first?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, be my guest. Come on.
I step on the mini
I understand
tramp.
you jog. Let's just test it out a little bit. Okay, let's pick up the...
Was that it?
No, not quite.
Tell me what that's for.
Okay, basically what we want you to do is get the feeling of being airborne.
I've had
which
that
you will
feeling.
be.
I've had that feeling. I'm a frequent flyer. I fly all the time. I've got points. I got enough points for a rental car in Florida.
Well, then I guess you're all set. Would you like to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Okay.
All right. Okay. This is the balance board. All right? We'd like you to put one foot, right foot there. Good. This is going to test your sense of center. coordination, and overall balance.
All right.
Now,
Nothing happened.
well, we need to shift your weight a little bit,
Well, why don't
left and right.
you show us what
All
we're
right,
looking for.
Okay.
You know, I like you just fine as a person. I think you're a wonderful human being. You have a lot of friends, don't you?
I did have.
You're well liked in the community, aren't you? I have nothing but the highest regard for you as an individual. I just don't want to get on the damn machine.
Well, we've got to get. We'll lead you in there. Okay, Dave. It's your turn.
We're out of
Come on,
time?
let's go. Want a good shot?
Okay, we have to get to the machine.
Okay.
The big
Wanna go
machine.
big? All right.
Well, I've missed some valuable training over here. What the hell was this supposed to be?
That's the gravity inversion system, just to basically introduce you to that sense of suspending and being hung upside down.
I've had that sensation.
You're so well-rounded. Well, let's try this next.
You know, I don't know why I don't want to get in the machine. I just don't want to get in the machine. Have you been in the machine? Yes. When were you in the machine?
All day.
Well, geez, I hope you didn't break it. All right.
Great.
There we go.
All right, basically what we're going to do is set you in the foot plate.
Do you work carnivals in New England?
Golf carts.
All right. Now, what do you want me to do?
Okay.
How are we doing on time? We have about 45 seconds.
All right. What we're going to do is step right in here. Okay. And you're going to bring your left foot around, place it right in. Now we're going to turn and face in.
Listen how quiet the audience is. I've scared them this time.
We got to put it right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We want to. Wait a minute.
What?
You step back out a minute. Come on. Okay, Dave.
Nothing. Yeah.
Take off your jacket. It might help. All right. You're going to step in. You're going to go like this. Okay? So your heels are locked back into place.
Okay. Great.
All right?
Great.
Okay.
How are we doing on time? I hear all this muttering. What? Speed it up? All right, well, stop muttering.
Right.
Let's.
All right, do it the easy way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm exhausted. That's enough for one day.
Okay, now Dave.
Let's shower up and get out of here.
Let's pick up our right heel and put it in the back.
Paul, I can see your house from here. Hey, watch it.
Okay, great. Get your other heel in. Are you in?
Okay. All right. How are we doing on time now? We're out of time. Damn the luck.
Oh, no, really?
Okay. Now, this is perfectly safe, isn't it, this device? Now, I do what?
You're going to set it right on the...
This is Al. It's our own
now,
Al
keep
Marr.
your knees bent, Dave, just a little bit. Arms
All right.
overhead. You want to stretch directly up, right?
Yep. Ready?
Okay, the brake's going to release.
Yeah.
Now, just by mere weight shifts.
Okay. All right. That's just great.
All right, bring your weight center.
That's plenty of fun. Thanks for the music, Paul. Yeah, that's a little like being in college. Okay. And you say you take these to the beach?
Yes.
Okay. What the hell happened to the audience? Where did the audience go? Don't get out yet. All right, gee.
And you're just going to step right up
It was
forward.
a pleasure meeting you. I hope you sell a lot of
Hope you
these.
enjoyed the
All right.
ride.
Thank you very much for being here.